Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing with the battle for the Bosporus expansion as Austria Hungary. Alright, so a couple things I'm noticing here on the top map is that Portugal has had a very successful invasion of India. They're conquering a bit of territory. Remember, they had that one province here already, and from there, I assume, unless they had that taken from them and then they had to do a naval invasion, but I assume that it was from that little province they had. Now, given they could have done a naval invasion from their territory in Africa, but yeah, maybe they did it from the province they already had, and they've been having success, a lot of success here in India right now. So that's one thing I'm noticing. Obviously, we already talked about Germany expanding into Africa, doing very well there. And then the other thing is that one of the warlords has taken over China. So they're, they've taken over leadership of China here, result in their territory being annexed, and eventually they'll just become China again. So that's one thing I noticed here, and you can see that they do have another Japanese invasion they got to push back into the sea, but as far as the invasion into Korea goes, they already have half of Korea. So shouldn't be that long before they end up getting the Japanese completely pushed off of the continent, which would result in a white peace with the Japanese. There's that decision they can take that will result in white peace between China and Japan, which would be bad for Japan because that means they're not going to conquer China, but in a way it also allows them to then focus their efforts on their other enemies, so particularly America here in the Pacific. So we'll have to see exactly what happens there, because yeah, there's really nobody else they're at war with here, with the exception of the Philippines. Yeah, they're not even at war here with the French Commune, because remember they're in the Comintern. So yeah, it's just really the Philippines, and then of course the Americans. So we'll have to see what happens there, guys. Getting kind of crazy. Remember, we're going to be declaring war on Greece, which is in the same faction as Portugal, and so we'll be declaring war on them this episode. I think it's mid-November is when we get that war goal on them. So we have the torpedoes that allow us to now research submarines. Get that going. We do still have our tanks here training. We might want to stop them. I don't think they're going to get done in time, guys. Yeah, they're probably not going to get done in time, so let's just go and stop them from training so they can get their organization back up. We do have some import issues. Yeah, we're not getting hardly anything from the Dutch. Let's go and stop trading with them. We'll see if we can find anybody else to trade with. Looks like Australia's got a little bit for us, though we will have to use convoys, of course, to get that. There's just no way around it, guys. Now, I don't know how much the Allies could potentially be sinking our troops, though, or sinking our convoys, considering the fact that they don't have much of a presence in the Mediterranean anymore, and we have control of the straits here. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure, how effective those are going to be, any ships they have. And I don't think they probably have any in the Red Sea or the Indian Ocean either. So we might be able to safely trade with Australia. It's really hard to say, though, because they could definitely be here in the Pacific. Alright, so we got our justification, so now we can declare war on the Greeks, which we are going to go ahead and do. This should be a fairly easy conflict. I don't think we're going to call our allies in. I think it's unnecessary. Well, no, that's not true. We'll probably want to call them in so that they can invade into Portugal. Yeah, okay. Because I would prefer to not have to do that invasion. And it seems like the Germans have been pretty effective on their invasions. So yeah, we'll let them invade Portugal. That'll also give them a secondary front to attack the Spanish for whenever we go to war with the Comintern. So that we'll hopefully be able to get them defeated quickly, because I don't want the Germans to have to push through the mountains here. We've seen many times before that's a good way to take a lot of casualties. Alright, so they put a lot of their troops down here since we doubled up here, because I was going to race down the coast, so that actually ended up being a good thing because it left this wide open. Now we can just cut them off here. So let's go ahead and get the tanks moving this way. All these ones are going to go over here. And we'll probably just go around these troops right here. Yeah, we're just going to go completely around them and get them surrounded. We could leave this one guy here, have him come over this way. These guys are going to go this way. Now let's just get them all moving, slow this down just a little bit. And let's go ahead and get these guys going down this way. Same thing here, just surround the troops. So no reason to attack them if we don't have to. Let's split all these guys up here. And again, trying to avoid attacking across rivers as well. I guess we'll attack with these guys here. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do this. And then what we can do is just like support with both of these and this guy here. That should be a victory there. They are attacking us right there. Alright, so yeah, we're pushing forward here. Want to see if they move their troops. It does look like they are going to move their troops here. They just have too many in one area. And we'll go ahead and take the non-aggression pact. And let's see what this decision is. It's just the war propaganda. Alright, so the tanks have already moved here. Let's go ahead and keep on pushing forward. I'm going to try and cut these guys off if at all possible from going over this way. Although maybe it's best if we had let them gone over that way. Alright, so these guys have moved. Let's go ahead and continue pushing forward here. And let's go and push this way as well. Alright, so they're attacking us there. Let's make sure these guys stay here. Again, just try and race up behind them. Alright, so they're going that way. And yeah, I just want to make sure our units are attacking at all times. Let's go and attack those guys now, and let's go and push forward here. Alright, these guys can go over this way. Get up behind these troops here. And they do want to join our war. I thought they were already in it, but apparently not. So let's go ahead and ask them to join us. Let's go ahead and go this way now. And let's go ahead and go around here. I don't know why the tanks didn't move, because I didn't set them up to support the attack. I sent them to move. Did lose a plane there. And okay, this is a freight convoy. I was thinking that maybe there might be some allied ships here, but yeah, there are none, because we could bomb them. Although we don't really have any naval bombers like just sitting around not doing anything right now. Alright, let's go this way and this way. Alright, so these guys are gonna come up behind them here, probably go straight across here, although it looks like we are being attacked right now, so we'll have to defend that territory. Alright, so about to win there. That'll cut off that division. This guy's attempting to leave here. We'll go ahead and let him do what he wants. I suppose we'll attack him here in a little bit. Let's first get the win here and get him cut off. We've got about a day left. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so let's go and attack these guys now. And then let's push forward here. Whoops. Alright, so let's go ahead and push forward here. Attack these guys just to lock them down temporarily. And then I suppose we'll finally push across here. I know we're fighting the mountain troops in the hills, so probably not the best way to do that. Alright, let's go and destroy these guys. And just going to spread this out a little bit. Alright, so let's go and push forward here. Let's get these guys pushing forward that way. Alright, a lot of troops that are about to be cut off here. This is the majority of their military, I think, is down, or is here, because of course they just finished up the conquest of Bulgaria. So a lot of their troops are over there. We are losing planes there, unfortunately. Looks like this British invasion has also just about been defeated there. Alright, so doing that attack, yeah, just wiping out these troops. And so far it's gone pretty well, guys. Can't complain. Let's go and bring these guys over to this front here. And yeah, we should be moving all through here, though. These guys are not moving. We don't want them to move. So let's go and attack them. We don't actually want to win. We just want to make sure we cut them off. Alright, looking pretty good. These guys got cut off. That's not good. But we can now take the port, so let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and also attack across here, since this is all wide open. Alright, so these guys are going to lose, so go ahead and stop that. Go this way instead. Let's see how the tanks are doing. So we just want to push towards Athens with those tanks. And yeah, they might cut us off, maybe. It's a potential possibility, but we'll see if we can't stop them. Alright, so look at these tanks coming over here. They should be on this front. Alright, so looking good all across here. Let's go and attack this way as well. Gotta make sure we get a win there. Attacking across a river here, that's not exactly desirable. Let's go over here instead. And these guys coming over this way. Alright, excellent. So I'm going to put this guy over to this army. I don't think any divisions, in fact, are going to be needed to go over here. So let's just have them all go over that way. And then maybe we'll take one of these and throw them over there. We are taking some attrition here, so that's unfortunate. Alright, let's go and attack this way. Alright, so still trying to reconnect these guys here. We have attacked this way. Let's go and attack again. We're going to attack with all these tanks here. And have these guys attack as well. Try and get all those coastal provinces. We don't want the Portuguese to put any troops through here. We do have a factory. Let's just take a look, see how we're doing on... I mean, still losing a lot of infantry equipment here, guys. So let's go up to 10 here. for the infantry equipment. The problem, of course, and sorry about the vehicles, guys. Got some loud vehicles going by. The problem, of course, is the lack of ability to get steel, and so that's causing us issues with the infantry equipment, I think. All right, so a lot of divisions cut off, getting those guys all destroyed here. Let's go and attack over this way. We're going to just kind of, I know these are going to be some losses, but I think the purpose here is to lock these units down right now. Let's go and attack these guys here. All right, so they're being attacked. Let's go and attack these guys as well, just to lock them down so don't cut this guy off again. All right, looking good. Again, the fight for Greece here shouldn't take too long. Once we take Athens, that might force their capitulation. Yeah, I expect it could very well force them to capitulate. All right, looking good all the way across here. And yeah, we'll just have to see what the Germans do in regards to, let's go attack over here. In regards to the Portuguese, since I doubt we'll be the one to do that invasion. Let's go and take some troops, bring them over here. So far, winning all these attacks here. Yeah, that one, though, is a failure, so we're going to stop that. Might have been locking that division down, but yeah, we don't need him to do that anymore. All right, so he's going to go ahead and conquer here. Let's go ahead and have him go all the way over, and then just go ahead and start wrapping up this territory here. Yeah, that looks good. All right, excellent. All right, so let's go and attack these guys now. And attack them. Just try and get this territory all wrapped up here. We're going to see if we can't get here before them. Let's go and attack there, just lock them down. And some non-aggression pacts. We're going to decline on these. Yeah, we're not going to do any of those. We could have done the South Africa one, I suppose. There was really no reason not to do that one. But yeah, we don't want to do it with the French Commune, since we're likely going to go to war with the Comintern rather soon. Unless we decide to do the British invasion first, which is one possibility. All right, so just looking at what we need here. We do need to get the tanks up a bit more, but we've already got, and we're kind of already building these a lot, so I'm kind of thinking more planes would be good. Yeah, we'll get more planes, guys. And it looks like we also don't need to trade for as much tungsten. The Germans have more steel for us. Excellent. So what we could do, I don't like having to depend on the Germans too much because they're not really giving us all that much. Or we've been having troubles with them, excuse me. We've been having troubles getting all this stuff from them. So we could pull back on Belgium and Norway since we get a better deal here with the Germans. But yeah, I've been kind of worried about trading with them too much, since we've been having issues with them. I'm not entirely sure why we've been having so many problems with them. And you'll be able to trade with them regularly, I mean. All right, let's go over this way. Got somebody else coming over here as well. Let's go and push forward here. All right, still trying to wrap this division up. A lot of guys not really helping, so let's go ahead and fix that. Make sure we get that guy destroyed. We've taken Athens. Let's take a look, see how close they are towards capitulating. Should be fairly soon now. Might be kind of hard to see where they're at. Here they are. So at 81% towards capitulation. And we might not need to defeat Portugal to win. Yeah, it looks like we don't have to defeat Portugal to win this conflict, though we might not be able to do anything with them, though. So far, they have 79,000 casualties against us. We have taken barely any. A few hundred, perhaps. So overall, we've been doing a great job not taking, like, high numbers of casualties in these wars here. Alright, so I know that some of these attacks are, you know, that's clearly not going to work, so we'll go ahead and stop that. We'll wait for them to leave and then just take the province behind them. See what we sunk here, just a convoy. So we haven't sunk any of their actual warships yet. No success with that. Alright, so this guy should be, yeah, coming over here and taking all of the victory points in that area. We've taken that province. Belize just capitulated. So Mexico continues to have success here, despite, I mean, I guess they haven't lost their capital just yet. Yeah, they're having success, and I think that's actually hurting them in the long run, because they're not, you know, they should be focusing on America, and instead they're focusing on conquering South. So overall, those wars are probably not a good thing for them. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these guys finished up here. We should be able to get this done with whatever troops we have here. Alright, excellent. So get those guys destroyed. Getting these guys done, and really all that matters is what this tank here is doing. Once he finishes up, then it's over, so. I guess we're going to let them leave. That's right. I did say that. So yeah, we'll let them leave so we can just take that province. Although we are forcing some to retreat here, so yeah, might be a little bit difficult to do. So let's just attack here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, beautiful. Alright, still got this attack going here as well. This is like the entire green army that is here. Let's just get this finished. Let's go all the way across here. Alright, excellent. Alright, looking good. I think that the war should be over here any moment. Let's go ahead and take these tanks, get them going over there and grabbing that province for us, and then we'll have them grab... Actually, you know, we'll just grab this one, and the tank will grab this one here. Alright, looks like they were in a battle, so they had to retreat there. But yeah, let's go grab those provinces. Alright, so now it's just a matter of getting these few troops here destroyed. Again, nothing really matters. All that matters here is taking these victory points, and they should be at 100% at this point. There we go. Alright, so that is also the peace treaty. Alright, fantastic. So, question is, do we want to annex them? Yeah, sure. I think we are going to annex them. So, it looks like we can also do it Portugal. We wouldn't annex Portugal, though. I'd probably just puppet them. So, a lot of people have been talking about, you know, what we should do in the peace treaties, and I've had a couple people, not many, maybe 2 or 3 people, who want me to just puppet everybody and only annex the territory that Austria Hungary historically held. I'm not going to do that, guys. That would really limit us quite a bit. Like, for instance, we wouldn't be able to take any of the Italian territory here. I mean, I guess you could argue we could take that one there and this one here. There was a time that Austria held Venice, and Lombardy for that matter. They held the entire north here, but that wasn't as Austria Hungary. That was back when they were still just Austria. So I would argue that you really can't take most of the northern Italy here if you're talking about taking historical borders for Austria Hungary. So we wouldn't be able to do that. You'd only get to take part of Yugoslavia. Obviously, only take part of Romania here. Wouldn't be able to take Bulgaria. It leaves us with very little territory. Yeah, very little territory. In fact, I think we'd even have to give a couple cores up, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say there's a couple cores that are in that are on territory that Austria-Hungary claimed, but I think didn't hold. But I could be wrong on that point. But my main issue here, of course, is that Austria-Hungary doesn't have the historical territory here. It's just not that good. There's just not that many resources. There's not that much manpower or factories there. So it'd be extremely limiting us for what reason? Like, I mean, we've never done that before. Like in our past series, we take what we want and puppet what we want. So we're starting out as a minor power here, an extremely weak minor power. The Hungarians were not very strong in the beginning of the game. And so us increasing our power in order to do better, relies on us taking territory and expanding our control over territory. So yeah, I just can't get on board with the idea of only conquering territory, only annexing territory that historically we held, especially when you guys know how I feel about puppets. I don't like puppets. I think they're useless. I think the AI is useless. I think it's just garbage in this game. I just don't find the AI very good. Apparently we're not going to be able to take all that. So yeah, I'm not much for like creating a bunch of puppets. Huh, why do we have like no points? Oh, Bulgaria has all the points. So Bulgaria is going to get to do a bunch of stuff. Which is strange when you think about it, because Bulgaria was defeated by the Greeks. They were capitulated. So we might have to attack Bulgaria anyways. But yeah, I think we're going to annex Greece, guys. I think we're going to take over all the Balkans. So that really the only thing we won't have is what the Turks have here. Yeah, we can't really do anything right now. We just don't have the points. We could take that one, I suppose. And I guess we will. Anything to stop the Bulgarians from taking territory here. Alright, so that worked. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they're not taking any territory. And yet it's still blocking me from taking territory. Alright, so yeah, we're going to go and take that. That should stop them from taking anything. But yeah, now we have to pass. And it looks like the Italians also get a little bit of points here. Alright, and they did take over this territory here, which means we're going to have to conquer these islands now. I assume that the Germans will end up doing that. But maybe we'll launch those invasions, because I don't think the Allies have much of a presence in the Mediterranean any longer. Yeah, we just have to keep passing in order to get anything. We're going to have to pass a lot to get that, which means that the Italians might get it before us. Yeah, we're having trouble here. I still can't get it. I think we had to be on the top in order to get it. Alright, so let's go and end our turn here. Yeah, you can see that they are taking all the Portuguese colonies here. Alright, well that's all stuff that the Germans can take in their conquest of Africa, and I'm not too worried about what happens in Asia, honestly. I'm going to try and get control of this. There we go. Alright, so we end our turn now here, and now we still have Portugal, which I'd prefer to puppet them, and it looks like we can do that. Alright, excellent. So let's go ahead and puppet them. End our turn here, and then we'll start taking territory for them. Although it looks like we don't have much points. Alright, let's see what we can get now. Alright, so we can get a few things here. Or one thing. I guess we'll get that one. And I gotta remember to keep switching them over to Portugal. Or we'll end up taking it for ourselves. Alright, so we can get those, but not that one. Alright, so let's go to pass a couple times. And then let's get that last. Nope, still can't get it. Yeah, it's kind of strange, like having all these countries involved that, you know, didn't win the war. Alright, so we're going to take that. Now, I don't know what territory is still left. Let's just go ahead and take a look. Looks like there's one colony left right here. Alright, so we're going to put that... I almost want to put that in my own hands for the invasion of the United States. It'd be very, very good to have that. Yeah, you know what? Let's go and take that ourselves. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's all. Okay, so the territory in Africa looks like that got taken, some of it by the British, some of it by the Italians. Looks like the Italians got the majority of their territory here. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up with this peace treaty. And we'll see how that changes things. Of course, Portugal is now our puppet state. And they'll be able to invade Spain for us once we go to war with the Comintern. Also, I don't know if they have any ships. We'll take a look real quick, but that'll be helpful. Having a few ships, they have 26. Not much, just some destroyers and some submarines. They won't be all that helpful. Let's take a look, see what else happened in the world here. Of course, the Italians have this territory in Africa. So I assume the Germans will be pushing down here and taking all this for themselves. Portugal still has the territory here, though, and they're in the Central Powers, of course, so that gives them territory here to fight in India, and they do still have a division there, at least one. 3 divisions now. So, I think, yeah, they're already in our conflict, so yeah, they'll be able to continue their conquest in India, it looks like. Just seeing if there's anything else we need to be aware of, just these invasions here. Yeah, so we'd have to do all the invasions here. And I suppose we'll go ahead and start that. Yeah, set up some troops. Maybe this will be our invasion troop, which I did forget to tell you guys. I did name the units based on your guys' suggestions. Again, we're going with the same theme here, where there's something, you know, Habsburg something. So our infantry are the Habsburg Royal Knights, excuse me, and they have the crossed swords here, which was the requested icon for them. The other one we named was the Habsburg Defenders. That is our garrison army there. Alright, so we're going to set up some invasions here, guys. Try and invade Crete and Rhodes. We could also invade here as well. We can only send... You know what? We might not be able to send any. We might not even be able to do naval invasions because we might not have the tech yet. Yeah, I'm willing to bet we don't. Nope. Alright, so we're not invading anybody. Alright. Well, we'll keep them down here as long as they don't have any supply issues. We'll keep them down here for when we do get that tech, which is the next thing we're going to be going after. There's a problem here because have they've been pulled into the conflict? They have. Alright, so we can go in and conquer this then. Grab that little bit of territory from the Bulgarians, and then we'll get our troops assigned. So yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do the invasions of Britain simply because we don't have the tech yet. Alright, so let's see how we want to do this. I assume that these guys would be the ones to do the invasions. I was going to move them over here and see if they have anything to pick here. Nope. Alright, so the tanks will send those over to the Soviet front, although I could definitely see using some in the invasion of Britain as well. Let's move them over to Paris. Now, we wouldn't want to do the actual invasions with them, but once we took a port, we'd want to put them there to help us conquer Britain quicker. And I think that's it. Well, we do need to add to their area defense here. Now, they're not going to invade us. You know, they can't go through these straits here, but they can attack us anywhere here in Greece. So we're going to want to make sure we're covering all that territory. All right, so that looks good. So total we need 26 divisions. We have 30, so we're good to go. All right, so get all our troops kind of moving around. We're going to speed this up again. I never did even assign my damn planes. So we had no air support there, and we still didn't have any issues. I completely forgot about the planes. I thought they were already assigned. That was my bad. We are controlling the skies here. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll just keep our planes where they're at for right now. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do an invasion here. It doesn't seem that there's any troops, or excuse me, any ships here to stop us. Of course, the main issue is going to be we don't have any ships to cover those zones, so we might not be able to do the invasions, and we still have to research that tech as well before we'll be able to do the invasions. So it's going to take some time, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get this now, just so that we have it. I don't think we'll go past that for right now. And we got some outdated equipment. That's right, we did just get the new close air supports, so let's go and get them updated. We are lacking in steel, because this is what I was worried about with the Germans, as we just can't get very much steel from them. And it just keeps kind of waffling. Like, as you can see here, we're just having problems, which I don't really understand why. You know, we're not using convoys here to trade with them, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Can trade with the Portuguese, but then that will slowly tick up their autonomy, so that's a problem. I guess we'll just have to phase it for right now, because we need the steel really bad, and there's just nobody to trade with. Alright, so we got the medium tanks, but remember we're going to go straight to the 1941 medium tanks. We're close enough to 1941, I think, to get those. Soviets do have some troops on the border, but not very many. Yeah, not very many at all. I'm not entirely sure where all the Soviet troops are. I assume they've got some up on the borders here, as well as some up on the borders with Finland. Looks like we are doing some battles here. These are just convoys, though. We're looking to sink their fleet. They might be having fuel issues, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they are having some fuel problems. We did finish up the cipher there in the Soviet Union, so let's go for the next one. Currently able to decrypt Italy. I don't think that's necessary. Let's just do Britain here. We could use that for the invasion, though, as you guys can see, we do not have a good chance of doing that. So we're going to have to improve our technology. I'm guessing they've focused quite a bit on that, on the upgrades. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. So we can modify our government. We can get the Chief of Navy, which we can't do again until... No. We can't get the ship designer until we get that one focus. We can do the Chief of Navy. And I'm thinking we're going to change out of export focus, guys. I know we like the research speed and the factory output, but man, resources are just too much of an issue, and there's not enough countries to trade with. So yeah, I think that's the best thing for us to get right now. Let's go ahead and change over to limited exports. That'll help with the resource situation. We'll take a look and see if we're trading for anything that we don't need to. We are. Let's go ahead and pull back on this here. And so yeah, we can keep pulling back. So let's go ahead and stop trading with anybody who's not giving us a good deal. You know, a full 8 factories. Yeah, maybe, well, Portuguese we are getting, but you know what? Again, I don't really want to have to worry about their autonomy. And it looks like we don't need very much either. Yeah, really don't need that many resources, so this is good. Yeah, this will work. We could stop trading with them and instead trade with the Chinese, so that way we don't have to use convoys. Yeah, it looks better. All right, excellent. So now we got a lot of our civilian factories back, so we're going to want to go ahead and just make sure that we're utilizing those. Also, we had these guys down here in Greece. I meant to do that mission as soon as we hit 50%, but we conquered them really, really quickly. So I guess we can start working on them next. Yeah, I suppose that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do that mission on them. So let's get a new intelligence upgrade. I think we should go and start working on getting the decryption power up so that this will go a little bit faster. 1,300 days is just far too long to get that done. And then let's go and run an operation against the Soviets. We want to prepare a collaboration government against them. And we will use the 2 spies that we have here that aren't doing anything. Yeah, we'll use these 2. Yeah, one of them commando as well. Alright, so they'll go ahead and take care of that. We want that to commence when ready. Let's go and repair that. And thus when we conquer them, hopefully garrisoning their territory won't be as difficult. I know that we're using quite a few resources for garrisoning territory right now. One way to improve that, and let me just see if we have anything we can add here just yet. No, we don't. One way we could improve that is by adding some extra battalions here. And it's in here, isn't it? Just add some cav here. So doing this doesn't seem like it would have much of an effect, but it does because you're getting the bonus for the MPs for more battalions. And so thus you actually are needing less support equipment. Let's go and save that. Because you know that MP is covering more battalions given its bonus. So frankly, the bigger your garrison army is, the better. Now I don't know if how much it actually helps. I think it would help a little bit with support equipment though, just a little bit. Yeah, you can see that we just got a jump right there of 200. So we got 200 something support equipment back from doing that. So what do we want to get next? I guess we can go and start working on the 1941 industrial tax. Yeah, let's go and start working on that, guys. We'll go after this concentrated industry first. Get that production up. And yeah, we'll go and take that. All right, excellent. And I think we were supposed to be building something. We finally sunk a warship, just a destroyer, but it's something, man. Also, we have the anti-tanks now that we can bit. So let's go ahead and... I think I was supposed to be upgrading these rather than whatever I did just research, but whatever. We'll go ahead and build these first. So what else did we get? We got the medium tank ones, which we're not going to build. So yeah, we'll go and start building some anti-tanks. Let's see exactly what we want to pull back on. I feel like we got to keep going into infantry equipment. I think artillery could be pulled back on a bit. Putting armor cars into our garrisons would help. We haven't researched those yet, so we'd have to wait. I think we could pull back from the support equipment now, finally. Yeah, I think we can go and pull back on that. Again, got to keep the infantry equipment up. We'll go and pull back on this, and then like just start putting into the anti-tank so we start getting that built. Feels like the motorized will likely be good as well for a while, and then yeah, let's just go and start putting into the planes, guys. All right, so we are still short on tungsten. And trade for a bit more. All right, excellent. So looking good. Now we're just waiting to get. All right, so Australia joined that Commonwealth of States. I thought they were already in it, but apparently not. All right, so we finished up that research there. Let's see what we want to get next. Could go and get the bonus for the support artillery. Could also get the bonus here so we can build the light self-propelled artillery quicker, and that'll let us build the medium self-propelled artillery quicker as well. So yeah, I think we'll go for that one. All right. Also, we have some unassigned divisions. I thought these guys would go to... Oh, is this a new division that we just got? Okay, yeah, they just gave us this division here. It's got some very good experience here, but overall this is not a great design. It's really nothing impressive, honestly. So we'll just be changing them up more than likely. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and change them up. They'll get to keep some of their experience, I think. So yeah, we'll change them over to the Habsburg Knights here. And they'll keep a little bit of that experience. Again, they'll lose some of it as they get their troops here, but we could probably go and throw them into a unit right away. I don't think they'll need any training. So yeah, let's go and throw them into this army here. Oops. There we go. All right, so we'll train them up over there, and then with this guy here, just take one of the armies, excuse me, one of the units out, and then put them into the Purple Army. Frankly, we already have more than is necessary over here for these invasions, but yeah, we'll bring them over here because we'll only be able to send 10 anyways. Our agent was captured. Australia just joined the Comintern. Is that the other Australia? So these guys are fascist, but in the Comintern. Okay. So we'll actually end up at war with Australia now. That's super strange. I don't know what's going on with Australia right now, guys. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the hell's going on over there. One of our agents was captured. That was the one that was in the UK. So now we're going to have to rescue them. Of course, one problem with that is that we're currently doing this mission here. So we might not be able to rescue them. I mean, we could take her out and have her rescue them. I'm surprised that these guys aren't back yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll send her over there. Alright, so getting that prepared, and then we'll see if that ends up being effective. Alright, excellent. So, next war would be with the Comintern. Now, we do have the choice of finishing up Britain first, attempting to do some invasions here. We can invade from both France and from Ireland, which is likely what we'll do. We won't do anything though until we get the text that will allow us to do invasions, and we're going to finish up those invasions in the Mediterranean before we do anything against the British. So we do have some research bonuses here that we just got. There's so many other things to get right now though, so I think that's what we're going to be working on. And we should probably start going down the land doctrines, guys. So I think we're going to go with the assault branch, since we are using, you know, we do have a lot of tank divisions. Not enough for us to have justify going down like mobile warfare, I feel. But yeah, I think we should go down the assault branch, guys, and get the improvements for the tanks and the motorized and mechanized. We'll not use the experience because frankly we need the experience to design the medium tank division, and if we were to use it for anything, I'd prefer to use it to improve the medium tanks if we had access, but we won't have access. So yeah, let's go and continue getting these guys, because yeah, this is just going to take way too long without it. Right now we're now looking at 963 days, so that has reduced it by quite a bit, so I think that's going to be super helpful to get. And it looks like we've got some non-aggression pact offers, and I don't know who, like, which faction any of these guys are in. But we're going to go and accept it, because I'm just expecting that they're part of the Commonwealth. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We can take a look and see who's all in the Commonwealth. They're in the Allies. They're in the Allies. I'm just trying to find somebody. I think, nope, Cuba's not. There's definitely somebody over here, though. They're in the Allies as well. Alright, so where's this damn Commonwealth? I know there's somebody in Africa here, but it looks like everybody's getting conquered right now. Huh, where is that Commonwealth? Are they gone? Is that faction gone? Is that, because yeah, maybe that's what happened. Australia was part of it. Here we go. So there's still our countries. And it says Australia's still in here, so we have two Australias basically. Now I don't know where that other Australia is, or if they even have any territory at all. But this is who is in that. So South Africa is also in that faction. So we can kind of zoom out here and see who's all in the faction. I thought they had somebody in the Caribbean. Maybe they did and then they left. Yeah, but this faction's been a little bit confusing because people have been like joining it and leaving it. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Alright, so yeah, just waiting to get this tech, guys, so we can do some naval invasions. 66 days. We'll just continue bombing here. While we wait, we might actually have some more naval bombers we could set up. Yeah, we can go and put some more naval bombers here, and we can even put some, let me see if there's any allied, there aren't. But if there's any allied fighters there, we could have put some more fighters of our own here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put some naval bombers here. Get like another air wing of 100. Do some strikes there. Now we can take a look and see if, and we can also hit their dockyards up as well, because they might be in the dockyards. But let's focus on the English Channel for this moment. Let me just check to see if there's any enemy ships that are floating through here. There are. So in fact, let's go ahead and change this up then, and have these guys go over to here, and then we'll bomb whoever happens to be here. It looks like they're still deploying, so we do have to wait until they finish deploying, or just completely disband them here. Alright, so let's bomb there, and then we're also going to give them some fighter support. Since we do have some fighters just sitting around. We can even bomb with our close air support as well. So I'm going to put these guys up by 100. And they're the ones that we'll send over here, so they'll get a little bit of experience if they end up fighting anybody. Yeah, we could put some close air support to do some bombing. Like, let me just take a look, see where the enemy ships are. So yeah, there's none there. There are some here. So yeah, let's attempt with the close air support, since we're not doing anything with them. Let's attempt to do some, naval strikes and see if they have any luck. And we'll bomb here as well. And we'll just see what happens. We'll see if we have any luck bombing anybody in this territory, bombing any ships. Any of those allied ships that might be in there. Did sink another British destroyer there. So nothing big yet. We haven't even really damaged anything just yet. Somalia wants non-aggression pact. We'll take all these non-aggression pacts. So the Germans are continuing to have success here. There's the anti-Comintern pact. And yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't join it. We don't really have any reason not to. We do plan on fighting the Soviets. Of course, we don't have our troops over here just yet. So we would have some difficulty there. Let's see what the Germans are doing. So they're currently formalizing the treaty. Which one is that? Let's just take a look, see what that does here. I'm going to keep an eye on, so yeah, this is all has to do with the communist. So it's a defensive alliance at this point. And this is when they get the war goal. So yeah, they might end up forcing us into war with the Soviets before we defeated the British. So historical mistake that the Germans made, and we might be doing it here in this playthrough. And they won't be the one taking the brunt of it because they don't even have a front with the Soviets. So we'd be fighting this alone until the Germans brought troops over here to assist us. So we wouldn't need another army over there. If it looks like war is going to happen, we'll bring the Green Army that I was going to do the invasion of Britain with. We'll bring them over to here. Let's go and continue getting these. Again, just trying to speed this up. We're at 483 days now. So I think with that last one done, then that should result in us maybe only having a year before we get that done. Maybe less than a year. That'd be helpful. All right. So yeah, just training up these troops here. Some of them might be done. Yeah, these guys are done. So we can put them into the Red Army. And we still have the Red Army over here for right now, but we'll likely move them. Let's go ahead and train these up. That one tank division that's there. But yeah, if we sense that a war with the Soviets is going to be happening, we can't actually see what they're doing right now, unfortunately. But yeah, if we sense that war with the Soviets is about to happen, then we'll want to go ahead and move the tanks over there, as well as the Green Army. We want to move a lot of units over there. We did finish up the mission that we did, one of them. It's the rescuing of the captured operative, perhaps? No, it's this one here. So this one should be commencing. We did get those submarines, so we can start building those now. Now they are going to be pretty cruddy submarines. So we'll probably want to go to research the next one, but I think we will go ahead and start building them. Because we have enough convoys, guys. And, well, I guess we don't have any Navy experience, so we wouldn't be able to design them. Nope. Alright, so we're kind of stuck then, huh? Yeah, with this one, we wouldn't be able to do anything with them without some Navy experience. So we'd have to wait. Looks like we also got something else done here, the mechanized. Yeah, we want to go get that starting to build. I forgot to do that. So let's go and get that going now. And we're going to put a lot of factories into that, so let's go and pull off of something. Probably the support equipment. Yeah, because I feel like support equipment, we're doing a lot better now. We can also pull back on the artillery. I do know that we are updating some of that. That's okay. And yeah, let's just go and pump into the mechanized. Put a lot into that. And then we're probably going to go ahead and pull back on these as well, just to get it going into the mechanized guys, and keep the planes going pretty heavy as well. Let's see if there's anything resource-wise that we don't need to trade for. It looks like there is. So let's go ahead and just pull this back a bit. Stop trading with China, I suppose. And we can also stop trading with the Turks. All right, excellent. So we still have our ships here, or excuse me, still have our planes there. We also have them over here. And so far, not really seeing any success bombing anybody over here. Not yet, anyways. And we're going to have a lot of difficulty doing invasions without at least some submarines to let us get control of the sea, unless the Germans are doing it for us. But yeah, we could end up having some difficulty there, guys. Repaired all this infrastructure. I meant to build something here, but then I got distracted. I suppose we do need more synthetic refineries, so we'll get that. Just make sure we don't have to trade for anything. We get a few more synthetic refineries over here, and then let's get more military factories. Always more military factories, guys. All right, so we'll get some of more of those building as well. All right, excellent. That should keep them busy for a little while, and I think that's the last of the decryption text that we can get. Yeah, so that's the last one we're gonna be able to get. So let's do some other stuff, but yeah, we'll keep on doing stuff here. I don't know why we wouldn't. Let's just see which one we want to do. Let's go in and continue with passive defense. We'll get all those knocked out real quick. And did we get our operative back? We did. Okay, so that was the one that was completed. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on here and why this one's not firing. They do all have all their equipment. Oh, we don't have the network strength because all the operatives are over here now. So, okay, that makes sense. So we need to get that back up. So what we need to do is, there's a lot of loud vehicles going by for a Saturday, man. So yeah, we don't want to assign those two. We'll just get one of these going over there. Probably do both, because yeah, we started back at 0. Because remember, one of these were the spy that was lost. Huh. Alright, looks like we can only go here. Oh, okay, I had the wrong thing selected, my bad. I must have been doing counter intel. I was like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Let's go to Kiev here. Alright, so we'll try and get that up as quickly as possible. But yeah, these guys won't be able to go until they get it up. all the way up to 50%. So that's going to take a while. I don't know if they'll be able to do it in time before that cancels, and then we'll have to redo it. But it's not that big of a deal. But it doesn't mean that those operatives are just sitting there not doing anything at the moment. So we can go and get this one here. Joint tank procurement. That would be helpful to get, as we're able to use the research that the Germans have already done. And I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Oops. Yeah, let's go and get that. That helps the Portuguese as well. We have bombed a British destroyer. All right, excellent. So they've done something here. At least our fuel is being utilized for something. But yeah, so far not a lot of success with bombing the British fleet. Yeah, we just haven't seen a lot of success, unfortunately. You know, getting some convoys bombed here and there, sunk a couple destroyers, but overall, just not what I'd like to see happen thus far. I'd like to see it go a little bit better than it has. The Germans are still formalizing that treaty. And yeah, we just want to make sure that if war does happen with the Soviets, that we are ready for it, because I think the Blue Army would not be enough over there. And yeah, until we get this tech here, which you get in 4 days. And then we'll be able to set up the invasions here. So that's been the last thing that we're waiting on. And yeah, here we got 26 more days, and they're only at 8%. I do think we're going to have to redo that. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it's a shame. We did get the transport ship. We could go into the next one, but I don't think we will. Let's instead get some stuff for those submarines. So more than likely would want to get the smoke generators, but you have to get the destroyer hull to get that. So I'm able to do that just yet. And we do want to continue with this one here and then get the basic submarine snorkels. But yeah, until we get the experience, we're not going to be able to do anything here. So you know what? I think we're good to go here then. Yeah, there's nothing else to really get. And so let's just get something else. Let's see what all our options are. Now, we do still need to get several support companies. Logistics and maintenance, I think, would be helpful for the medium tanks. I think we're going to do the logistic companies, guys. I think supply on the Eastern Front may become an issue, so let's go and get that. I think that'd be good. Now, we do still need all of those industrial techs as well, and we'll get those as soon as we get some slots opened up here. Well, with this one here, I guess we won't. Yeah, we'll only have this slot for industrial techs, because this one's going to continue going down the land doctrines until we complete them. While this one here will then be working on the medium self-propelled artillery. And yeah, this one's got 72 days away, so it's going to be a while before we get that one done. And then we'll probably just go with the 1940 submarine hulls next. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Portugal is still present over here, and the Germans are helping them as well. So it does look like our faction might end up getting control of India. We could send troops to help out there, but I'm just not interested in doing that. I want to do these invasions, guys. I want to get the UK knocked out. I want to get these little territories here taken, and then I want to do the invasion of the Soviet Union after that. And then that will give us, you know, territory here where we can invade Japan. And America will likely be the last conflict, though we do have our territory here, and we probably should send some troops over here now that I think about it. Now they might get sunk going over there, but whatever. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Let's go ahead and defend that territory, guys. Yeah, I think it'd be good to do so. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and defend that, and that'll increase the numbers that they need up to just 27. They'll just send one division over there. So yeah, we'll defend that territory. I think that would be wise. All right, so that is the end of the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, which won't be until Tuesday. So I'll see you on Tuesday, and thanks for watching.